Hello and welcome to today's workshop. So I'm Kel.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are going to show you how to make really fast lemonade scones. The ingredients that you'll need will be 1 cup of lemonade, 3.5 cups of self-raising flour, 1 cup of thickened cream, and a little bit of milk to go over the top of your scones before they bake. The utensils you'll need will be something to cut the scones with, so like a cutter. You'll need something to measure the ingredients with, so I've got a cup there, and something to dip in the milk and put it on top of the scones. You'll also need a bowl and a wooden spoon, a spatula to get them off and on, some baking paper in some sort of tray.
3.5 cups of flour, or any kind of cup measurement you have, because the ratio is important, not the actual amount, because we're using all cup measures for this. 1 cup of thickened cream.
The last ingredient is a cup of lemonade.
Ooh.
At least I know it's bubbly. So you're basically just throwing these 3 ingredients in together. We've got our 3 ingredients in here. Now, a good tip is to try not to over-mix. You just want to combine the 3 ingredients together. So just tipping the wet mixture into the dry mixture. So you're just mixing until it's just fully incorporated. So there can still be a little bit of flour in the mixture. See how that's coming together? Just gently combine that last little bit of flour there so it's just combined.
So you don't want any vigorous mixing?
No. We want to keep the air in there. There we are. That means we're going to get fluffier scones. There we are. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to turn the mixture out onto a smooth surface. So I've got my table here. So this is going to make 8 to 10 large scones. Okay, so again, we're going to knead it together so it's combined, but we only want to do as many times as it's combined. So aim for about 5 kneads, but up to 8's okay. There's 2, 3, just gently, 4, 5. Great. Now, Jonathan, would you mind just sprinkling this with a little bit of flour, please?
Sure.
That's it. Okay. So now I'm just going to gently press it down so it's flatter. So you're probably wanting it about 3 centimetres, maybe, in height. A tip with the cutter, try to resist the urge to twist because the twisting's going to sort of damage the edges and that won't rise as high. So you push it down and then just lift it up. That's it. And this is where you can use the flipper. Okay. Now let's see if this is going to come out for me. There we are. Great. All right, we have our first scone. Now I'll just press down again. And we want them to just touch each other because they're going to support each other as they rise. Now this is a really quick recipe. You only need to cook these scones for 15 minutes in your oven, and your oven is going to be set to a temperature of 180 degrees in a fan-forced oven.
So this doesn't really require a lot of planning ahead. You could just say, hey, anyone fancy some scones?
Absolutely.
And you can have scones in 20 minutes or so.
And if you've had some fun with our other videos and made some butter and some jam, you're going to have all the makings of a Devonshire tea.
Yeah. Because you have to treat them so delicately, will you be able to reuse the leftover offcuts?
Yes, you can, but you just have to be really careful with how you put them back together So just follow the rule that as little touching as possible. So I'm just going to really gently pop them back together. Just pat it down. We want them nice and fluffy. Okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, finished. So the very last step before they go into the oven is to just put a little milk wash on top. And this should help the top cook into a nice golden finish. 15 minutes, but what I'd probably do is have a bit of a look at maybe 12 minutes in case you've got a hot oven, or use your judgment, you might even need a few more minutes than that. Okay,
Wow.
so here's our scones. We're a bit proud of ourselves.
They look great.
Yeah.
They smell good.
They really smell good. Actually, I feel like you can smell the lemonade almost, like there's a...
Oh, there's a zing.
There's a zing there. Yeah, that's a little bit different. What do you think? Will we transfer it up onto the...
In one big thing on the...
Yeah, let's do that to start with. Okay. Great.
On a wire rack to cool. There we go.
Lovely. And what do you think? Will we cut it open and have a look inside? So they're supposed to be really fluffy and soft.
It's definitely soft. Yeah, it's not crumbling particularly.
Oh,
it's not squishy either, so it's probably just right.
All right. Oh, yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
Ooh.
We're so proud of ourselves. Oh, they are fluffy. Look at that, Jonathan.
Now we're getting ready to present our scones. We're just pulling them apart, or separating them I should say, and cutting them open, getting ready to serve them up. There we go.
You definitely want to eat them while they're still warm.
And what should we eat with our scones?
Well, just because you're asking, we happen to have some homemade butter and some lovely jam. Tell me about your jam, Jonathan.
So this is the jam we made in a previous workshop. This is the strawberry jam you saw me make. And this is a berry jam that has set very well indeed. And this was made from a packet of frozen berries, whereas these are the strawberries we sliced. These are delicious. They're going to go very well with these scones. And tell us about the butter.
Okay, so the butter took a fair bit of effort, but we just used thickened cream and dollop cream and had a marble inside the container. And after, what do you think, about 8 minutes of shaking? Fairly vigorous shaking, but we've got this.
Changed,
yeah.
Is this ever going to work? To bam, we had butter.
It was almost immediate, and we had a little bit of buttermilk that separated from the actual butter. And that's been in the fridge just to help it set.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. So if you were to have guests over in the afternoon, you only need about half an hour to get your scones made from woe to go.
Absolutely.
You could do this in about 10 minutes, the butter, and then just do that one overnight.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so a little bit of the butter. It's a nice pale yellow colour. Lots of butter. Oops. A little bit on the other side. Look at that. Delicious.
Decadent.
Decadent. All right, I might start with a little bit of strawberry jam. And look at those lovely large pieces of strawberries. It's very syrupy, it's delicious. A bit more. Don't scrimp on the jam. There we go, look at that.
Right.
Yum. And then I might try a little bit of your mixed berry jam here, which is a different consistency, a little bit.
It's interesting how the berry jam is set a lot more firmly than the strawberry has.
You want to speculate as to why that...
I don't know if maybe there's a bit more sugar in it because I was working with slightly less fruit because I'd already used some of these berries in my mixed berry ice cream. So it could be the extra sugar, or it could be that these berries have pectin in them in greater quantities than strawberries do.
So there you have it.
Wow.
Lemonade scones, homemade butter, and microwave jam.
Fantastic.
Let's eat. Oh my God, so good.
In our next workshop, we'll be doing UFOs. You will need some English muffins, ham, cheese, and the sauce of your choice, tomato or barbecue or whatever you like. We'll see you then.